Hey everyone, Colin from Gaming Through the Ages here. It's finally here, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I've been looking forward to this game, you've been looking forward to this game. Let's see if it meets the hype that it's been setting up for itself. Let's get into it. I've spoken a few times on this channel how I wasn't really satisfied with the current state of Pokemon. In my How to Improve Pokemon video, I suggested that Pokemon should lean more heavily into their pre-existing regions to tell new stories. I complained in my Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl review that the game felt stale, and that the only new features added were irrelevant to me. I fully expected Pokemon Legends Arceus to let me down in a similar way. Only this time, it didn't. Pokemon Legends Arceus is the best Pokemon game I've ever played. I'm not going to go too much into the story here since the game is new and I think it's better to experience that for yourself. But I have to praise the game for having a story. Not just a framing device for you to go do stuff. This game has an actual plot that actually got me interested in what was going to happen next. There's a part way late in the game where everything changes for the main character, and there's a certain sense of betrayal. And I felt something. I don't think I've ever felt something from the plot of a Pokemon game before. The story itself isn't amazing, it's not on the same level as a Trails game or even a Tales game, but it is a decent enough story in its own right, and is easily the most in-depth story that the Pokemon games have ever seen. But the gameplay is truly where this game shines, though. For the first time, you are off on a wide open field, able to go wherever you want. Catching feels good. It's both a test of your sneaking skills and one of your battling capabilities. In all Pokemon games to date, right, you would run into a random encounter, or semi-random in the modern Switch games. You'd whittle down its HP, then throw a Pokeball. In this game, you try to approach the Pokemon yourself. Maybe you can sneak behind it in the tall grass. Perhaps you'll throw a berry out in the distance to get the Pokemon to go a certain way. You make these decisions because throwing a Pokeball at a wild Pokemon's back without it noticing you is the best way to catch one. But it's not guaranteed. If a Pokemon notices you or breaks free, it becomes much harder to catch. It may even run away, or if it's aggressive, attack you. If it attacks you, the only way you'll be able to catch it is to battle it. You select which Pokemon you want to send out by using the L and R buttons, and then you throw that Pokemon out onto the field. The battles take place on the field. There's no loading screens, no abstract space where the battle takes place. It takes place in the world itself, right where you are. Mechanically, it makes no difference from other Pokemon games, but thematically, it increases the immersion tenfold. At first, battles seem like they follow the same turn-based formula. Moves are the same, type weaknesses are the same, etc. And I'm glad to see it. I thought that they were going to give us a dumbed-down version of the Pokemon battle system, but other than the removal of abilities, which I didn't even notice for like 10 hours until a friend pointed it out to me, it's the same battle system. The Pokemon battle system is a good system, so I think it's great that it's here. But not only is it here, they did improve on it after all. Once a Pokemon masters a move, they can choose between doing the attack normally, doing it in a strong style, or doing it in an agile style. Using a move in one of the two styles costs more power points, and will have an impact on turn order. Doing an attack in agile style will make the attack weaker, but your Pokemon may have a chance to go again. Conversely, the strong style attack will be more powerful, but the opponent may be able to hit you twice in a row. You can see the turn order in the right-hand corner of the screen, and it will reflect any changes the styles give you once you select it to think about it, so you can predict how your choice will impact things. And I absolutely love this. I love battle systems where turn order is transparent and manipulable. Strong style and agile style give the player more choice, and which one you choose will depend on the situation. For catching Pokemon, I think Agile style is preferred, as it lessens the blow. But in trainer battles, when I can, I like to use Agile style first to give myself, the extra turn, but then use strong style to finish off the other opponent. It's a really effective way to get me to engage with the battle system in a deeper level. These changes to the battle system and to the catching system are complemented by the Dex System. In most other Pokemon games, you complete a Pokedex entry by catching the Pokemon. In this game, you're given a list of tasks, such as catching a certain amount, or using the specified move a few times, or using a strong or agile style move. Once you complete 10 of those tasks, that's when you complete the Dex entry. This is something that you want to be pursuing as you're playing through the game for one simple reason. Player power is linked to completed Dex entries. Remember how in older Pokemon games, every time you got a gym badge, the gym leader would tell you that Pokemon up to a certain level would obey you? That never felt like anything major, because it would quickly outpace your current level. But in this game, that stuff is tied to your Survey Corps rank, which you increase by doing research tasks and completing Dex entries. If you do not actively seek these out, eventually you will fall behind where the game expects you to be, and you'll have to grind them out. I have to say that I like this system, despite a few times where I had to take the time out to grind a few entries, because it encourages you to experiment with different Pokemon and gives you a set of mini objectives to work on. There's always something just around the corner for you to accomplish and pursue. The game is structured as follows. There are 4 open areas for you to explore. While you're exploring, you will have a main mission, which is the main story. But you'll also find side quests scattered all throughout the area and back in Jubilife Town. These side quests are, for me, a bit of a mixed bag. Some are fun to do, such as ones that flesh out the world of Pokemon a little bit more. Others are important to do, like the ones that unlock new bases in the area, which is an additional place to heal and fast travel to. But a lot of them feel like they're there for the sake of being there, because the rewards aren't commensurate to the effort you put in. For example, there's a quest that you get really early on to find a Buizel bigger than this one guard's Buizel. So you go and get your Buizel, and then you bring it back. But nuh-uh! Even though the quest tracker says that I've caught a heavy Buizel, this boy ain't chunky enough. I gotta go find a Buizel that's at least 2 foot 8 inches. Guys, I tried. I caught so many Buizel. The biggest I could get was a 2.7. The reward for it is just not worth it, so eventually I decided, nope, not doing that one. But even though some of the quests aren't worth it to do, or a little bit boring to do, I have to say that I'm so glad that this system even exists. This is a concrete way that Game Freak is modernizing Pokemon and introducing other JRPG systems and mechanics into the world of Pokemon, and I applaud them for that. Speaking of mechanics from other JRPGs, this game introduces crafting. You can take ingredients that you find in the overworld and use them to make things like Pokeballs, potions, and items that either attract or scare off other Pokemon. You want to be doing this because, especially early on, money is tight and items are expensive. Because of that, it feels rewarding. You're constantly on the lookout for trees or rocks to get materials to catch more Pokemon, and you use your Pokemon to get those materials. It's an interesting feedback loop that, at the end of the day, makes you feel like a real Pokemon trainer. The only gripe I have with this system is the limited bag space. You get a lot of stuff, but you only have limited space. While stuff like quest rewards will go to storage automatically, stuff like potions and Pokeballs and materials, all the stuff that you get while exploring, they won't. And if you don't have space in your inventory, you can't even pick it up. And inventory space is initially very limited. The only way to increase it is to pay this guy Baggin to increase it by 1 slot. First it starts off reasonable, 100 Pokeyen for a bag slot. Then it's 200, then 300, then 4, then 5, then 1,000, and it goes on and on and on until it becomes way too expensive for one fucking bag slot. And I gotta say, I really don't think that a limited inventory system adds anything to this game besides frustration. And I'd much rather the unlimited inventory of the previous entries to make a return. Finally, let's talk about the elephant in the room: the graphics and the performance. Start at the positive. The art direction is stellar, in my opinion. I love the feudal Japanese look of Jubilife Town, and I love the different environments you explore. The physical art itself is timeless. It's a fantastic art style. The problem is that this game is not optimized well, clearly. And I say optimized, I'm not blaming it on the Switch, because Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey figured this out near the launch of the system. But in this game, the pop-in is constant, and it's not even stuff that's far away. Running around trying to find stuff can be hard when it won't pop into existence until it's 5 feet ahead of you. The grass looks awkward sometimes, as it flicks in and out of existence. Moving objects, not 20 feet away from you, look like they're going 10 to 15 frames per second, and sometimes I wonder if they're even models or just shitty GIFs. The game runs fine, for the most part, and it never impacted my ability to enjoy the game, but it is a little deflating for Pokemon to come so far, and yet still have problems of this particular nature. But that all being said, though, Pokemon Legends Arceus shines because of its gameplay. The game is so much fun to play, and it's the most fun I've had playing a Pokemon game in years. This means to be how the mainline games are from here on out. There's no question in my mind. Simply put, Pokemon Legends Arceus is the best Pokemon game ever made. Well, guys, that's my review of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I really enjoyed myself, and I think you guys should all give it a look. And I hope that the next kind of Pokemon games that we see are in this vein. Before I end this video, I want to apologize for the short little break that I've had to take. I was working on a paper that I was trying to publish. Things seem to be looking good on that front. And to be honest, I was feeling a little bit of burnout on the YouTube thing as well. But I'm back. Going to be trying my best to do weekly content, at the very least bi-weekly content. Yeah, looking forward to making more videos about RPGs and other things that I find interesting. So thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you want more, and I'll catch you next time for more content from gaming through the ages. Have a great night, everyone.